My first step in assembling this bike is to install the seat post, and that means attaching the battery. Since this is a aluminum alloy seat post going into a carbon fiber frame, I'm going to apply some carbon and alloy assembly compound. This will help prevent the seat post from slipping down inside the frame. Next step will be to install the battery wires. Not used to these new Di2 cables. They are different from the old Di2 cables, as is this tool. All right, that's one cable. And a second cable. I am not going to tighten this very tightly at this point because for this next step I am putting on some protective gloves, primarily because I'm going to install the rotor and I do not want to get any contamination on the rotor, and my hands are dirty from applying the seat post compound. In the bag with the rotor is the center lock. You don't want to over tighten that. Next, I'm going to install the handlebars, mainly so that I can flip the bike upside down and attach the front brake caliper. I will be attaching everything loosely tonight. I failed to get my hex ratchet sockets so that I can properly torque everything down. There we go. As I was saying, I may have to get a different stem to get the proper reach. Looks like the this is already pre-configured for 160mm disc rotor, which is what comes with the bike. Going to screw this down loosely and then put the tire in so I can center the cylinder using the brake lever. And it might help if I put the rotor on the right way. Put it on backwards. So, now that I put the rotor on the proper direction, it slides right in. Amazing how that works. Okay, after a bit of adjusting off screen, I've got the brake calipers adjusted so that they're not making any sound. Both the front and the rear. Now I'm going to go ahead and install the pedals that came with it. These will be installed just momentarily, just long enough so you can see what they look like. From my viewpoint, they are god-awful design pedals. As you can see, they're not even worth keeping on. Instead of those pedals that came with it, I am going to install my Favero Asioma dual power needle, dual-sided power pedals. You'll have to forgive me, it's 12:30 at night. Nice thing about the Faveros is they do not require any type of specific torque settings, unlike many other power meter pedals. So the next step I'm going to do is remove the rear wheel and remove that plastic disc thing from behind the cassette. Some people call that the dork disc. I do not like it, so I'm going to remove it. There's a really good shot of the 12 gear cassette with the 11 to 34 gears on it. So it's the next day after I completed the assembly, and I have just a couple of notes. The shifters already came prepared or paired to the system, so I did not have to do that step. And it appears that they bled the brakes at the factory, so another step I will not have to do myself. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of head stacks sticking up there. Gonna need to take that into a shop and have it cut down. I do not have the tools to do that. Anyway, that's it for the build. I will be replacing the seat and the handlebars in a future video.